Good morning, Smarties. I'm here with your reading lesson. Today in reading, I would like you to please make sure that you read. Okay, read for your 15 to 20 minutes. Again, it's going to be beautiful outside, so grab a blanket and lay out on the grass. But please read today. If you didn't do yesterday's lesson, make sure to do that. It is going over the vocabulary words for this week and then doing a Foursquare. Today, your warm-up question it absolutely has to go along with the book that we're reading. It is, have you ever flown in a plane, an airplane, and what was it like? So think about that for a second, okay? Have you ever flown in a plane, and what was it like? Maybe talk with a sibling or a parent and have a discussion about flying in airplanes. If you haven't flown in a plane, that's okay. I want you to kind of visualize what you think it would be like. What would it feel like? Would you be nervous? Maybe there is someone in your family that's flown on a plane, and you haven't, and you can ask them, okay, what was it like? So, even if you haven't flown on a plane, you can still do this. I want you to think about what it would be like. If you have flown on a plane, what was it like? Today, our story, okay, is all about airplanes. The title is Airplane by Anne Carey, and it's kind of funny because if you did our STEM project last week, we made airplanes, paper airplanes, and then we tested them to see how much cargo it could hold. So if you did that, it kind of ties right in with our story. So here is our nonfiction text on airplanes. As I'm reading, I want you to think about your main idea and your 5 key details. Here we go. An airplane is one kind of aircraft. A pilot flies it. An airplane has wings and an engine. Look at these aircraft. Which one is an airplane? If you said that one, you were right. And then look, it even labeled it nonfiction text. Airplanes come in different sizes. Some have 1 pair of wings. Airplanes can even have 3 pairs of wings. How many pairs of wings does each of these airplanes have? So it's pointing to its wings. Here its wings. And then look at those wings. The Wright brothers were the first to fly an airplane. They made an airplane in 1903. The first flight lasted 12 seconds. It was a short flight, but it was long enough. The Wright brothers had flown. Okay, so they were the first ones to fly an airplane. If you want to learn more about the Wright brothers, you can go on to Epic, and Epic has books about the Wright brothers. You can just type in their names, and then they will pop right up, and you can learn more about airplanes and the Wright brothers that way. Airplanes were rare at first. Soon, more people began to fly airplanes. People went to flying schools to learn how to fly. Here's Bessie Coleman. She was a pilot. In time, people started airlines. Passengers paid a fare, which is money, to fly in an airplane. Flying was the fastest way to go places. Airplanes carried mail, too. The U.S. began its first airmail route in 1918. Airmail routes went from coast to coast. Okay? Trains also took mail from coast to coast, but airplanes were faster. A pilot's clothes have changed over time. Today's pilot wears different kinds of clothes from the pilot in the 1920s. So here's a pilot in the 1920s. This was like their uniform. Here's a pilot today. Interesting. Times have changed. The Wright brothers had to lie down to fly their first airplane. Today's pilots can sit on a chair in the cockpit to fly an airplane. Would you dare to fly a plane? Here's the chair, cockpit. You can see they're up front. And then here's an airplane timeline. In 1903, Wright brothers' first flight. In 1910, first airplane takes off from a ship. In 1918, first airmail flights. And in 1919, first passenger airplanes. 1927, first nonstop flight over the Atlantic Ocean. 1937, first jet engine made. 1951, first passenger jet. And then 1961, first space flights. So you can kind of see how it progressed as the years went on. So, hopefully you learned some information about airplanes. What I would like you to do is I would like you to either, verbally go up to an adult and tell them what the main idea of the story was that I just read and 5 key details that you remember from the text. Or our handy dandy hand, you can trace your hand and you can do the main idea inside. You can write what was it about. Was it about the invention of airplanes? Was it about how airplanes progressed over the years? Was it about just the first airplane? It was more about just airplanes. The title, airplane, and then your 5 key facts, your 5 key details. You can do it this way as well. It's your choice. So that is your reading for today. Fairly short. Don't forget, part of it is to read your 15 to 20 minutes. Talk with someone about the question of the day. What is it like to fly an airplane? Whether you have or you have not. And your main idea and key details. So that's your reading lesson for today. And then don't forget to practice those spelling words. That's part of it as well. So, bye for now, Smarties. I'll be back in a little bit with your math lesson.